Craig is thinking.
Now recording.
Craig's here. He's so fucking loud, always. Actually, this is the least loud he's ever been. I'm surprised. He's usually just screaming in my ears.
I don't know why people think that he screams. To me, it just sounds normal. You know, you can set his user volume as well.
Yeah, I could, but also we're almost done with Dragon Quest. And hey, oh man, we're back. There's been delays. Please donate to giving.mskcc.org. Joe, hey, you've accidentally been my co-pilot the last several banked episodes of Dragon Quest XI because it's been a hell of a time getting this done.
I believe I've been a shoulder. I don't know whether it is to try on, but it has been to complain a lot on.
Yeah, on and offline, agreed. Well, let me first. It's all been online because we are separated by a vast ocean, and although you were the closest you've ever been recently, we were still separated by an entire country. So, but yes, so this video was done. The wonderful Craigbot died. And I was left with approximately 30 of maybe 75 to 80 total minutes usable. I thought about, and maybe I will put out like a companion video. I'm not going to do it of that half hour with Grandma. And then his work got busy, so we couldn't loop back and redo it. But this is the penultimate episode. Even if this means the ultimate episode's 2 hours long, I'm just gonna finish this and move on. Finally, time's not linear. But hey, today's episode it's about a couple of things: smithing swords, collecting the armor of legend, more time paradoxes, big plot dumps, more mini games, demonic deals, and maybe we finally meet the big bad, because I don't know if you've noticed, we keep questionably meeting the final boss and then only finding out there's yet another curtain with yet another dude behind it.
Oh yeah, I mean, there was that one guy that you beat up and then he put you back in whateversville, and you never even looked interested in checking him back out. Among other things, I'm confused. It's been like 2 years since you started playing this game.
Yeah, I was thinking about the other day of how long I've been involved with this, and I don't like it. And maybe today I'll finish that other video. Who can say? But geez, I think let's do this. Let's cross our fingers and hope we don't lose audio again. All right, here we go. Look, we got our adventure crew. We're going to the shrine, and wouldn't you know it? The last great swordsmith just hanging out in a cemetery, cursing her parents' death.
But I don't want to be the CEO of Raytheon or whatever.
I don't think that they're struggling much by the harm they cause.
No. I mean, you kind of hope, but no. But then there's Welda. I don't think welding is like a very good basis for swordsmithing.
I mean, can you think of a better way to make a sword colossal than just welding another sword onto it?
Listen. I'm not a swordsmith.
I'm no sword doctor here.
I make tiny things. I make very, very, very small things.
I mean, but you just apply all of those skills you have, but in the opposite direction to make, colossal electronics. Right?
No.
Look, you know how to calculate impedance, which means you understand the concept of inverse, so you're just taking the inverse of the inverse, and things get bigger.
Alright. Oh. So this is like the veritable outregration of a circuit.
Right here, this is our earthbound waterfall. We just have to sit here. That was it.
Alright.
We gotta If we move and we try and talk to her, she doesn't believe us that we're gonna, try and save the world with this sword. Instead, she tells us to go pound sand. So we have to just sit there like a dummy, and then she'll agree to work on it. And the completion of the sword is plot flagged. Wouldn't you know it? We've got to go get the rest of the legendary pieces of armor, and then, oh boy, the sword's done.
But wait. Oh, right. That's a different game. I forget that you actually are the hero of legend now.
Yeah, I mean, there's never one of these where we're not.
Oh, she likes it.
She
likes to hit the hammer.
She likes to make the weapons.
Ah, I'm glad she enjoys her work, even if she thinks it sucks. I didn't actually read it.
Yeah, I think she's got some trauma she needs to get through. We're in the Lost Woods, of course. The hallmark of many games, but also Dragon Quest. We've definitely had. Usually they save it for the end run, where we have our sections of if you make the wrong path, we loot back. In this case, it's part of getting a legendary armor. There's a couple of side paths that are worth going to for, goodies and stat boosters, but you really can just take the path to the end and you're fine. I had to take this path to get all the goodies because, I'm using a strategy guide. I need my sanity.
Oh, and it just gives you step by step.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, fuckers.
Yeah. I guess if I cared, I could, write out all the steps and kind of, diagram it all out, do a little graph theory and figure out how do I get from start just to end. Or I could take the path of least resistance and just follow the steps in the guide, which I did.
Yeah, and I guess there's stuff. There's a couple seeds, a couple nuts.
We don't actually use any of the seeds. I don't think I've used a single one I've picked up over the course of this playthrough.
Why not?
Because everybody's level 99 that needs to be at level 99.
Alright.
I
thought the seeds were for, going even further beyond.
I mean, in theory, if you really wanted to min-max this game, I suppose you would wait until a character was at max level, so that you're not wasting a seed on them, because they do have stat caps. Also, hey look, it's like the first Dragon Quest where there's the hidden staircase.
Love it.
Yeah. We get some more Lost Woodsy stuff. We have to go in and up the stairs in a certain order. Yeah, you don't just keep going down. If you just keep going down, it doesn't work. You have to do a combo of ups and downs. And then there's a doorway. It's like you're in Michel Gondry Fever Dream. You just go up the stairs, you go down the stairs, you go up and then down and down and then up, and then all of a sudden there's a door that wasn't there before. And then your hands are really big.
There's a couple things you could do with big hands.
Get really good at handball.
Yeah, listen, handball isn't really about the size of hands.
You say that,
I was thinking...
but I feel like if you played handball against, an individual with just enormous hands, it would be quite hard on you.
Yeah. Listen. What about spelljammers?
Alright. Oh, hey, look at that
Windjammers,
guy.
windjammers.
Whoa. Look at this blonde boy. It's our good friend, and he's talking to us, but we're also in the party. That's a little interesting. So, we're so deep in this game, you'd think we're done with all of the chicanery of doubles and dream duplicates and what have ye, but oh no, we get a curveball thrown at us yet again. So this is fun. We'll see how this plays out.
So what's his name, and why is it Tyler Durden?
Wah wah wah. I mean, to be fair, this came out in our early mid '90s, so
Yeah, this was like this was the early era of the psychological thriller, is what I'm saying. This is a psychological thriller,
Is
except it's really clumsy and bad.
I was gonna say, is this why I haven't been enjoying this game as much as literally any other Dragon Quest I've played? Because I'm approaching it as an RPG, not as a taut psychological thriller. Have you? I think you cracked the code.
It's got all the trappings, and I've been listen in our chats. I've been trying to tell you this is Fight Club. This is.
Do you have like a Pepe Silva board with strings and pins to kind of map this all out for me? Because I don't know if you've noticed, I gave up on the reality chart when I decided the game really didn't care about what was going on once I found those stupid stairs to another dimension.
All I have is chat logs and memories from months away. I'm sorry.
Two Jeffs.
Two of you.
Two Jeff 6s. I'm seeing 12s.
Well, he's got to have a nap.
Yeah, you know, if I saw two of the same dudes at the same time, I think, you know, nap and or blackout drunk is valid, and you know, he took nap.
So I'm guessing that there's like every person has an equivalent in the other world, and you somehow one-worlded into the other world, and
yes, some of them were found as... So our original 3 got split into duplicates, right? We found Carver, we found the statue. Millie, there was an optional quest about her past. We didn't do it because I didn't care at that point. If we had done that, something that's going to happen a little bit later in this video, I suppose would make slightly more sense, but it makes enough sense without any extra context. So ultimately, hey, you know, we're not missing anything on no extra flavor text. Oh no, the town.
I did like seeing Carver's inner car painter come out.
Yes, that was he truly was the son of a plumber. Okay, so here's the shtick here, right? The town's being attacked, and there are, you know, NPC monsters on the overmap, and we need to find every single one and defeat them in battle to clear the plot flags to go to the next phase.
Oh, that reminds me. There's a remake of Live Alive coming out.
There is.
Oh man, I'm so excited for that one. Oh man, I played the fan translation back in my teens.
Mm-hmm. I played a recent fan translation after, I think it was within the first 8 months of quitting my old job. I was playing that because there was a bunch of people were just streaming it randomly, and I had wow, I haven't played this since high school fan translation, and there was a recent one that updated the text boxes to be unique to the characters. That was pretty cool.
Aw. Oh.
So this is our ultimate goal. We want to advance plot with our sister and our clone, but if we go in there without killing everybody else, nothing happens. So that's kind of your checky-inny. And this is the town from the very beginning of the game. You might forget there are a couple of places that are, you know, hidden to get to, which I did, so this took longer than I'd like. But hey, that's why we got video editing. But hey, Live Alive.
Oh man, Live Alive. Just thinking about the fucking ninja chapter. There's something about it. It's got a mood. It's got atmosphere that is missing from this everything.
What? We go find monsters and we fight monsters. It's the same thing. The ninja chapter, you're supposed to go in and murder everybody, right? That's the way you're supposed to do it?
Whoa! If you don't murder any women, then, like, you get goodies. But also, I think that there's, like, a counter on how many monsters you kill.
Yeah, they have a neat mechanic with just deciding to butcher everybody or going full stealth, and I think the correct way to do it, if you're trying to min-max it, is you have to get into a certain threshold of fights, because then you get the magic sword or something. It's been a hot minute, but you definitely want to do some fighting.
Oh man.
Alright, so the strategy guide says before you fight this guy, talk to your duplicate self. Because you'll get a spell that makes him a lot easier. And I said, well, I've been cheating levels. Let's say, how bad could he be? So we're just gonna swing away.
Yeah, you're doing, double digits, triple digits. Yeah, he's fine.
He's not really doing much damage to us because we're stupid strong. Why not get some semblance of a fight? Ultimately, if we talk to ourselves, we finally get Zap, the Holy Lightning spell of Dragon Quest, but you don't really need it. You can win without it.
Don't you already have Kazap? Or something like that?
I'm sure we have spells that outclass it, but I think this is flag gated so that you explicitly need to use level 1 Zap to get whatever defense debuff off. Yeah. But yeah, we can Falcon Slash and multi-hit and try and sap them and whatever. Just punch them a whole lot.
Yeah. That's how you beat these games, then, right?
Well, Dragon Quest is good with, your stat buff and debuffs actually working. I mean, you get a couple people just kabuffing you every round, and by the time, it's no longer effective, almost all the enemies are doing, no damage. So, hey, why not? Yeah, see,
why
you see the...
not?
Yeah, we got big numbers. I mean, they definitely learned a bit from the second one and that just horrible end run, death run you have to do, where
yeah,
you get some options.
You got a couple options, and fucking second one that was just sponges, right?
Mm-hmm. I saw a fun little internet listicle blurb recently about things you don't know about Dragon Quest, and they were, I think it was for probably the 35th anniversary. They were talking about people were just asking questions of the crew, and they specifically asked, they were talking about the ending of 3, where you get trapped back in time and all of that. And they said that basically they did it out of laziness, because if you think about the first 2 games and, the other ones, after you win, you can go walk around the world and people have different text and all that. And he said just because of the sheer size of the game and, they were still writing stuff down on paper to track, the event flags and all of that, it was way too much work in 3 to come up with new conditional dialogue for people. So the solution he came up with was, we're just going to trap you in another world so I have less things to worry about. So
okay, so Prince of Somnia.
It's us.
It's you.
Yeah. And I remember...
You remember the spell.
Zap, finally. Okay. Finally, our question mark sister puts it all together.
Alright, that's good.
Yeah. And we're going to go back to Somnia Castle to meet our parents and have a big celebration because we're back.
Hey!
Yeah, yet another wonderful cutscene.
I'm glad that Captain Rusty is getting a well-deserved break.
Well, Captain, there's...
Did he die?
Yeah,
I forget.
I think he was the one that died.
I'm not sorry.
Yeah,
I will not apologize, YouTube comment section.
There's... We got all these weird duplicates going on. Who really knows? I mean, it's again, I feel like I needed to be taking notes to yes, I've been playing this game for a long time, but usually, enough of it sticks in my noodle. I feel like I definitely did need to have a crib sheet to keep it all straight.
King Somnus seems to agree.
Yeah, we're gonna enter another little step here where we're gonna, the game's kind of acknowledging that it's not the clearest of clear things. So we're gonna have a little interlude where we're gonna start regaining our memories through flashbacks.
Love it.
Yeah, no, it's good.
Love to spend, 10 hours into a video game and then suddenly flashbacks.
Yeah, and again, remember I'm chopping stuff down, which I started doing. I think when we got to Dragon Quest IV, I started trying to expedite a little bit. Like the fashion show episode. I mean that took forever. That was real time. That in real time was rough.
That in real time sounded like at least for 3 or 4 hours.
I mean, and I was fast forwarding the whole time I was doing it because it was just rough. So just on hardware, no fast forward. That's, I mean, you only have to do the first 2 or 3 to get the plot MacGuffin, but like, at that point, I feel like most of us are just, all right, I'm in it to win it now. Also, we, sleep with our mom. Sure, let's just go with Madame Luca here.
Yeah, it's just side by side and like individual beds.
Just like Cecil and Rosa.
Wait, yeah. I guess.
Yeah, they had that double twin situation. Very, like 1950s American television spouse situation.
Very what was it?
Ozzy and Harriet.
Pre-Addams Family.
All right, so these big balls. We touch the big glowy balls, and we remember who we were.
Oh no!
And don't worry, it's sepia tone, so you're in the past in a memory, right? Yeah, that's class.
Yeah, and I guess the 2 worlds kind of have their different palettes.
Yeah,
one's kind of blue, one's kind of warm colored.
Yeah, though it's the bit more washed out pastel-y for the dream world is cool, but I don't think it was a limitations of the hardware that it wasn't more clear. Like I don't know how I would have made it more clear of what's happening, but it could have been a bit more polished, I suppose.
I mean, eventually you get a magic bed.
Yeah, we get the magic bed and the boats and all sorts of things. Magic Island. Lots of modes of transportation. Well, it's Party Island, and if Party Island kills people until we take it over.
Let me tell you about a floating island and a little cartoon about a polar bear.
Okay, go on.
So, it's I want to say 2002, and the European Broadcasting Union suddenly just comes out with its own cartoon, and it's about a bunch of animals, including a polar bear, that's on a self-propelled island.
Okay, was this like kind of how in the States we had Captain Planet? Was it supposed to be kind of like an Eco Kids show?
Oh, it was... See, I think the eco message was ancillary. It was like, it was there, but it's more just like, we're a kid's show, and the Earth is important, I guess.
But anyway, check out these rad animals in this island, you guys.
Check out the animal drama. We're picking up different animals, I guess. So I barely remember it. All I remember is just like, it was a volcano that was like, but they powered the locomotion of this island by magma somehow.
I mean, geothermal. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, makes sense. Got it.
Yeah, definitely.
I can go with geothermal propulsion as totally a thing.
Yep.
All right. So early in the game, we were asked to prove ourselves by what's the name of our sister. It turns out our sister's name is Sarah. I said Tania. Maybe Sarah was a choice. I don't know. What happens if you pick the right name? If you're able to, couldn't tell you because I'm not gonna replay this. But hey, try it out yourselves. Let me know.
You want to get everything right, you can buy the game. Go on. I dare you.
All right, memories of cooking with Sarah. Oh no, she's making mud pies. Oh, the dad's bowls are full of mud. It's mud soup. Oh,
Oh,
mud soup.
that's
Ugh.
adorable.
Ugh. Ugh, your sister's a jerk. Ugh.
She's great.
I'd rather
She's definitely got her head on her shoulders.
Yeah. I think I would rather do those disgusting shots of pickle brine than, have to deal with somebody doing, mud soup for fun.
Pickle brine's delicious.
Yeah, people can tell themselves that. It's not true. Did I ever tell you about the first time I did a pickle brine shot?
You might have.
Yeah.
You go on.
Sure, yeah, we got time to fill. We're just learning about Carver. So I went to go see Mike Watt in Boston, and I'd worked that day and then driven straight down and, decided, all right, I'm at a show. Let's go to the bar. So I did my normal get a Boilermaker, and the bartender's asking me, like, oh, you want picklebacks? Like, what on earth is a pickleback? She goes and, she says, blah, 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 Brine, and I can't hear because I'm at a concert. And after several, I have bad hearing, it's loud, she just goes and gets the jar and, pickle juice. To which, I then hit into a conversation of, nobody drinks this. What are you talking about? It's like, no, it's totally a thing. It's like, is this a Boston thing that has, come around since I've no longer lived in Boston? And eventually she just says, look, I'll just give it to you for free. Which, all right, fair enough, it's free. And, she explained, yeah, you're supposed to, pound your whiskey and then pound the pickle juice and have at it. And, yeah, I did it once. That's more than enough. Midge likes it. I've heard of other people that say it's good. Not for me. And also, I've eaten my fill of pickles. I mean, that was part of my horrible, latchkey kid horror snacks. Just a jar of pickles, a jar of Vienna sausages. So, it's on the list of foods I don't need to eat anymore.
See, I enjoy a bit of brine, and I enjoy a bit of whey as well, but as a chaser to whiskey, that sounds bad.
Yeah.
Sounds real bad.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. It's for people that like that thing. That's a people that like that thing. Still stuck in the time past. Jeez.
It's the memory past.
5 did some, decent enough cutscenes, but I do ultimately feel like 6 is just cutscene the game. People like to poo-poo on Final Fantasy 7, and I played the original release, and yeah, there's a lot of cutscenes, but man, this one is just wild with it. I don't know what the Super Nintendo cart was like, but this version loves its cutscenes. Just can't get enough of them.
I could definitely see an SNES cart getting this density of cutscenes.
And it's, I try to keep it in context, right? I'm sure if this was being played when it came out, it was totally awesome, because,
I got it.
Yeah, your 7s and even, Final Fantasy 6 had a lot of cutscenes too, right? At the time,
that's
it
what
was,
I'm thinking.
Yeah, neat and different, but yeah, coming back, man, I just, I need, oh, hey, we got a piece of gear, magic mystical gear, all right. We got the shield and we got the helmet. So we gotta find us some armor, and then we can get that sword.
Cool.
Yeah, all the armor has different names, but when we see it, it's the Zenithian gear. Shocker.
Yeah, it's what you got. I'm thinking back on comparing this to Final Fantasy VI because that's its contemporary.
I believe so. I think this came out maybe a year or two before, but yeah, close enough.
Yeah, there was a definite artistry to 6. There's and there was a definite a lot of charm to 5, and I'm seeing neither here. The early game, that was they put down some intrigue, but they never followed it up. It's not a good mystery.
Yeah, and I don't know, The way I've kind of sussed this out in my head is that, right, the first four are, very connected with, Lodo, Roto, Zenithian, Edric stuff, right? That's all there.
Mm-hmm.
5 kind of taps on that as well, but, ultimately has, the bit more expansive story with the family, and also the cool, like, hey, you can just have a bunch of monsters fighting with you, your little buddies, all right. And then this one, it's like they wanted to continue doing different stuff, like with our weird psych drama, but, like, the charming things are all gone. And then, we're also tacking back on the Zenithian things, but we're calling it a different name. But if you played the game, you know what it is. And it's, I don't know. It's like they wanted to do something completely different and then backpedaled, but didn't do it enough to make it work. And just a lot of bad tastes swirling around in your mouth. Like whiskey and pickle brine.
Oh, yeah. It's a good way to wind back to that. You know what? This arena, at least it has that going for it, I guess.
Yeah, we're finally getting our revenge here. Last time we got our clock cleaned.
Poor Gu Wayne didn't figure to attack instead of healing.
Well, Gawain is stronger now. We have some better gear to throw on him, so, he can clean clocks. Now, if you've been playing along at home, you might remember, in my quest to speed the game up, I tried to turn off battles, and it didn't work for a while until, one of the times I, had to shut off for a bit and do work to finish my degree, and then when I came back in, battles were permanently off unless it was boss battles. So it's I've had to kind of make sure anybody I wanted to level up was in the active party when I found a boss.
Oh. See, I didn't know about that last detail.
yeah.
I thought you'd found a way to, like, hack in some levels.
No. It's just that. Well, I think if they're in the wagon, they still get levels, but if you're in the active 4, you get more experience than if you're, on the side.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Yeah, but, and also, too, with this one, it's less about the levels than that you don't control the slime that's fighting, right? If we were able to control the one that's fighting, as soon as the first slime gets the free full heal, that's win. But they're just doing their random stuff. Kind of like the Colosseum in Final Fantasy VI.
I saw that Colosseum and I just turned the game off. I'll be honest. Wait a minute.
Yeah,
That's just slime.
No, this is the former champion, man. This guy's tough. Hammer's gonna screw us up. Look at that, freezing breath. Look, in my headcanon, Hammer is the is from the legendary line of Gutrud the Destroyer.
You know what? I'm not gonna pretend I see it, but I support you.
All right, it doesn't have the big, awesome clunky armor, but good enough.
I'm wondering, like, if you were to do like a slime today and give it armor and whatnot, if it would just like show it by having the armor just floating, like the full suit of armor just floating around inside there.
I think the slime would just, expand inside to kind of, fill out the skeletal musculature of it. Oh, hey, now somebody can become the dragon class. We're not going to use it.
Aw.
Yeah, it's... I guess if you're, playing the game legit, you want to do dragon, but it's not needed.
Yeah, wasn't last game's dragon kind of shit?
Yeah. We can. There is an optional dragon in this one we can recruit. Not going to recruit it. I think it's one of those situationally useful companions where, you're gonna be having them hop in and out of the wagon, and I'm lazy. In any of the wagon-based games, I have my 4 people that are in the party, and I keep them out, and I don't swap around because, I'm not trying to min-max it that hard. Like, I definitely, with 11 got, I guess a bit min-maxy with gear for some of the optional bosses, because, they can really wreck you, and it's, an interesting challenge, but I wasn't taking any of the, internet advice of, on round N, swap in characters A and B, on round M, swap it, no, that's too much.
Oh, hey.
Yeah, got Spot, another little slime. Slime of the times.
Slime time. It's Spot's time to get gooing.
Yeah, we're not going to use Spot the model slime, but, we'll let him come hang out with us.
Yeah.
He's in the past, we're saving him from a bad time that's going to happen. Remember when I mentioned demonic deals? We're about to see the demonic deal.
Oh, no.
Yeah. So we were at a castle that was in ruins, and we traveled into the past, and it's not in ruins, and, this king, maybe he's gonna make reach out to a demon for, a hot deal, and that always works out well.
Oh, right, the dream fake past that doesn't exist because it's in the collective unconscious. But it has a mind of its own. This is so weird.
Hey, look at that armor. That looks like, something familiar. Legendary armor, oh geez.
It looks like a breastplate, some curtains and pauldrons.
Yeah. So, if you're gonna play this game for legit, you don't have to do anything that I'm doing. You don't have to travel into the past, thankfully. We'll see. You do this to learn where that armor is gonna get hidden once the king makes a really stupid decision. But yeah, none of this is all optional if you know where to just go find the armor in the ruined castle. So, hooray! They let you skip one cutscene, but you have to either have already seen it or, have a friend tell you about it.
Which, this is a game where friends on the playground would tell each other about stuff.
True, definitely reminds me of, when I was a kid. Fax Xanadu was the big on the playground NES game when I was a kid.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
There was one dude that had, the Dragon Warrior NES cart, and he loaned it to me. And it was about the time I realized he was just, full of crap. So he loaned me the game, and, I think I had my, not the full strategy guide, but a mini strategy guide Nintendo Power gave out. And, I was running around, and he didn't have the Sword of Edric, but I think he had the Flame Sword. And, maybe I went, around and I saw a hand axe for sale, and I said to myself, man, an axe, that sounds awesome. Let me get that. So, I blew his money on the axe. I'm pretty sure I sold the flame sword. And then I eventually read the guide and learned I made an oopsie. So when I went to give him back the game on Monday, I didn't mention anything because, you're dumb kids. And I realized that perhaps I was in the clear when he then picked up the NES cart, held it over his head, looked into it, and then did the looking over to me slyly, like, my dad taught me how to do this. And proceeded to look, at the little pins and say, like, wow, you got a lot of gold, man. You were really busy. Thanks. This is awesome. And, I knew what I did. So, to save face, he couldn't say that he was lying. So I kind of, squeaked by that one. But hey, the king, he's calling the demon.
Okay. Sure is.
Yeah, the demon's in the upper screen. we don't really need to see him. It's
Oh
fine.
wow, I could totally see it. It's so cool.
There's no.
Toriyama really went above and beyond this guy.
Oh no, the king is on fire. He's a fire king. And the guys. Oh jeez. So, maybe this is the final enemy. Who can say?
Okay. This was all totally unnecessary.
Yeah, and again, you don't have to actually see this. So, we've possibly found the actual final dude we gotta hunt down in this game, right? But we also don't have to see any of this. So, you could conceivably get to him without having run into him. Okay,
Mhm. Is it Captain Klein?
Yeah, it's Captain Klein. He figured it out.
Does he have a new cologne for us?
Yeah, it's called Enduring.
Hmm.
Oh no, the Bard
Oh no.
and all the guys. Oh, that demon's not happy.
All these cute little Lego people.
I believe you mean minifigs.
All these cute little Lego people.
All right, so we're getting escorted out of the castle, and oh geez. So a hidden staircase, right?
Hmm.
So he's gonna hide the armor under there. A couple episodes ago, we had to get a magical MacGuffin pickaxe, and we still have the pickaxe. But after that, cave where we're bashing rocks, we really don't have a use for it, unless when you come here in the present and it's in ruins, you can go into that room and go over that upper right-hand floorboard and smashy, and hey, look at that, there's your goodies. So all of this was entirely optional. We got our Leatherman, upset that there's no treasure here.
Oh yeah. Well, doesn't know where to look.
Oh my, the pickaxe, yeah. And, as this game I found more than others, stairs, hard to get them to process for some reason.
Okay, have you tried opening the menu, the dialogue menu?
There is no stairs button. That's not the first one. Man, three empty chests. Where do you think this armor is, huh?
Not in the chest?
Under a rock, man. Another hidden
Right.
staircase. It's like layers of an onion, just finding these hidden staircases.
In the middle of this poo gas.
Look, they
We'll
love
find it.
they love the poo gas on the DS.
They do.
Armor of
They
Orgo.
finally had alpha. Finally had alpha blending. And remember emulating GBA games, and they all ran at 30 FPS, so you never got the transparencies right.
I was gonna say there was GBA games that had alpha blending, right?
Yeah, flickering and ghosting.
Yeah, it was fine. I mean, I remember doing early, Super Nintendo emulation, which is how I was finally able to play Link to the Past, because my local video rental store's copy, the battery was dead, so you couldn't get past the name entry screen for some reason. Yeah. But I remember playing that, at home, and emulation still wasn't good enough to do Lost Woods. It would just be a solid cloud, so you'd have to turn off the sprite layer, but then in doing that, it was just super easy. So, I was a big fan of that, and ditto with Final Fantasy V. Okay, hey, guess what?
What?
As we've been getting our 4 pieces of magic legendary armor, we've been getting little clues, and now is the time that if you were paying attention, you change these tiles to match the clues you got for the armor items. Now, how are you supposed to know which ones match which items? Good question. I don't know. You just, bash them in at random, or if you're me, you use the strategy guide.
Or you ask the one know-it-all on the playground.
Yeah, or, there is the mysterious fortune teller woman. I'm sure she gives you some clue, but, it's not as well done as the Earthbound hint guy.
Gonna be honest, I played through One It,
Mm-hmm.
and then I got tired of Earthbound.
I mean, I still
It's
enjoy playing through it and do it regularly, and I've done some of the randomizers for it. I could see
mm,
if you haven't grown up with it, not really wanting to stick through. I'd say it's definitely worth a playthrough. More likely on your, computer where you can kind of speed it up a little bit.
oh, what the?
Yeah, we're fighting a castle. It's fine. Don't worry about
All right, okay, I'm into it.
it. we're trying. Look, so we've got these legendary gear, and we're able to break a seal, and we gotta literally fight our way into the castle by fighting the castle.
Yeah, yeah, this is good. This is good. I like it.
It's no weirder than in 5 when we had to fight the giant Bjorn.
I mean, there's also I'm just thinking about the Hell House in Final Fantasy VII. Everybody loves the Hell House.
I watched poor Grandma just getting his lunch taken by Hell House when he was streaming the remake, and it was great.
Yeah, that boss sneaks up on you. There's a lot going on there. There's a lot going on here.
Just a big floaty castle.
Just a big, stupid castle that needs beating up.
I like the way they've chosen to animate it with just the idle state, where like you can kind of see the different sprites making it up, where it's
Oh yeah.
breathing.
Listen,
I like how much is going on, but it's also really silly when you look close at it.
I feel like this is just how you denoted floating.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but also like it's very uneven. So yeah, it's breathing. Yeah.
And they could have done it a bit smoother, I guess, to kind of get. It would probably look creepier if it was like a 60 frames a second like undulation. So I'm here for this. This is the best call.
I want to see it duck and weave. It does a little bit of the up and down, the back and forward, but
I mean, when it comes into attack, yeah, you could modify those animations to kind of duck and weave around you.
I want to see it figuratively put up its dukes.
I mean, it kind of does that. Look at the spires next time it comes in to give us a little smashy.
Yeah?
Yeah. Just,
yeah, I want more. There's nothing wrong with wanting more sometimes.
Oh, you big castle. I like on the left side, those two... nope, sorry, he's not coming in.
Alright.
Yeah, on the left there was two little eyes I was always seeing from a couple of windows. So hey, we fought our way in, and wouldn't you know it, it's a bunch of demons. Oh my.
What?
Yeah.
Demons?
Yeah.
In the upper plane?
Mm-hmm. And if you've, been playing Dragon Quest 4 and 5 on the DS, this location might look familiar.
It does not.
I mean, give it a second. We gotta walk around a bit.
Alright. Oh, look, there's just a skelly man hanging out.
Lord Zenith, it's Zenith. So again, right, we're like doing something really different, and then it's like walking it back, and now Zenithia is here, but it became the Cloud's Gate Citadel, and
the lore.
It's kind of hey, choose a lane, get in that lane.
My lane is one that just keeps going back and forth, left and right. I will always flip-flop. I will never stay in place.
I refuse not to change streams, horses, everything. Just flip a coin. You are probability.
I refuse to become governable.
Yeah, so...
Well, these guys, they have the right attitude at the very least.
The red boy is where our recruitable dragon was in 5.
Oh, Durian's back.
Mm-hmm.
Great. Oh, that was a nice cut.
Yeah, hey, I'm good sometimes. There is effort put in. It's not all just, I'm hacking out to save my sanity. I mean, I am, but there's also a little bit more behind the scenes.
And meanwhile,
But yeah, I mean,
right by the shit water.
Wah, 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 wah. Yeah, but also too, like, this is the third time in 3 games we've had to wander around this damn castle. We know what the layout is. They don't even... And I appreciate that they, are reusing it, but hey. Oh my, it's the demon that was in the last scene, killing the guy. Oh, gee,
Oh, jeez. Oh, fuck.
Yeah. So he was,
Oh,
a bigger 3D projection, it's kind of cool, but hey, we see him here, codpiece and all. I
That's
guess
a
more.
thong.
I was gonna say, I guess more of like a metal speedo.
Yeah, definitely, like, banana hammock situation. Tag yourself. I'm the Uber killing machine.
Yeah. I'm the chair.
That's a cool chair.
Yeah, I'm sure it's comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So what are we looking at?
We're looking at me, pretending I'm gonna do anything other than kabuff and Falcon Slash or Multi-Fist, because punch your way through is the best choice. So, like, a couple episodes back, Ashlyn got Magic Burst, which is normally hooray, the game is won, but there really aren't any full MP heal items in this game. So, you get what, like, the strategy guide, it suggests having her unleash that and then get the hell into the wagon. Which, not a fan of. Really, I like 11's implementation the best, because, you can full heal your magic. You get a character that'll let, our not even a glass cannon, just our nuclear bomb go again and again, multiple times in a round, if you want to. Oh look, it's Terry, he's back.
And bad.
I mean,
You're gonna get it, Terry.
Terry's always been kind of a dink.
We're gonna fuck you up.
I mean, yeah, we finally get to directly tell him to, just cram it, which is good.
Yeah, cram it, Terry.
I first encountered Terry in one of the Dragon Quest Heroes games, and, he's a dink in that one.
Oh, wait, yeah.
And, yeah, he's, a dink
I
in this.
remember him.
Yeah.
Fucking... Just... Why even is Terry?
Again, I'm not done yet. I got one more video to make, right? Could Terry secretly be, the reincarnation of the hero? And oh, geez, he, it's like, in the first one where you take the Dragon Lord's offer to stand at his side. Maybe that's like this. I'm gonna go out on a limb here. It's not. I don't know. Terry's just another dude. Just another dude.
He's just a
dude.
guy.
Just
a guy with a way too long sword and a way too small shield.
Yeah, our bucklers are fine, but yeah, our hero, good old Gorf the Sixth, he's equipping the Sword of Legend, which makes him the hero, because only the hero can use it. So, yeah, Terry's just a Terry. Really.
He's a terrible guy.
I mean, he had that, kind of neat plot line where we saw him doing a Django and, carrying a coffin around behind him, but, he didn't have, like, a Gatling gun. Hey, and Terry's done.
Hey. I mean...
So, hey, 3 battles in a row, but, the big bad at least heals us, right? Cool.
Alright.
I can appreciate that.
Hey, look, he's also breathing.
Yeah. In 11, this model shows up. Looks a lot better there. I feel like in the sprite, it just looks like he has an enormous head, almost like, what is it, Yogurt, the secret joke character in Shining Force 2, with the enormous head with the helmet. That's what he kind of reminds me of there.
I'm saying, like, the invaders from Mars Attacks.
Yeah, I can see that.
But, buff.
Yeah, buff and ripped, metal speedo and a flowing cape, and then just that weird head.
Mm.
Kind of like a droll. If like you had a droll, gave a droll a body. Like yeah, if you cut somebody's head off and just jammed a droll on there you go. I think that's the inspiration for this dude.
I mean, it is a design. It's a choice. You got the double blade there several years before Final Fantasy IX, and also Star Wars: The Phantom Menace.
It makes choices. It's good.
I'm not saying they're the correct choices, but it does.
He's made a choice.
I'm also saying that the symmetry on that blade makes a. I don't think that's very practical.
Yeah, shouldn't one of them be rotated like 180 degrees? Isn't that kind of how it did like a dual blade supposed to? All right.
Hey, do like a helicopter motion, and then everything dies.
I was gonna say, unless they're both, unless the blade itself is symmetrical on either end, then yeah, you'd want them rotated if one's curved.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't notice that until you said it, but now it's really bothering me. really not into it.
Listen. That's my power.
I'm gonna have to go and look at his later incarnations to see if they fixed it. Maybe they realized it. Oh no.
Oh, this is stupid.
Also, his boots now I'm noticing are not boots, but he's got loafers, and then not even
he's got combat Crocs.
Yeah, it's not even he's got some kick guards on, because it's just weird
Fuck.
Yeah, the pull-ons and the what is this man's fashion? Jeez.
This is reminding me when I was forced to stay at O'Hare, I saw a guy with what was it, knee guards that were strapped to his ankles, and it was just walking around like that.
Huh. Oh hey, we beat him.
Yeah. And that's what it reminds me of.
Yeah, there's some fashion in America. Oh. Aha! Everybody we've beat is just finally the real final guy, Mortimer. That's who you're going for, but yeah.
Who the fuck names a villain Mortimer?
So we're almost at the end of this episode. Right, I think the time on this, where you're dozens of hours into the game, and then you learn who the actual enemy is. I appreciate we're going with some different-y things and all that, but it to me it's just more I have no idea what's going on at any point in this game throughout the entire game. Just always getting curveballs thrown at us. And in a way that just makes me kind of disengage with it.
Millie, what the fuck?
Okay, so remember when we skipped out on Millie's optional thing that I mentioned? Here's what we find out. Guess who Terry and Millie are?
Are they the same person?
No, they're siblings.
Uh,
Same person would have been more interesting, but yeah, no, they're just siblings.
Alright. Well, time for Terry to fucking eat it.
No. That's not gonna happen.
Fucking.
What do you think he's gonna do? He's been this great rival swordsman throughout the entire game, and he's now finally free of bad intentions and influence.
Is he though?
Yeah, oh no,
He's still a dick.
Well, I mean, we're just to his natural personality now, but he's not being outwardly guided. And hooray, Terry's in the party.
Hooray.
You're not pumped for Terry?
No.
Really?
Terry's a dink.
Yeah, he is.
I don't like the whole, but I don't like the whole thing of, a guy is deluded by power, but he's he was secretly getting power to protect his family, and like, it's a cliche. It's a bad cliche.
Yeah. And, hey, in whatchamacalls, Final Fantasy IV, right? I can appreciate that in that one we kind of showed the limits of being a Black Knight early enough in the game.
Yeah.
We are very much end game. I think there is just one dungeon I have to run through. So it's like we went through this whole arc with Terry of him learning like, oh yeah, I've been an idiot. And
He deserves to either retire or die. I don't want him in the party.
I got bad news for you. I'm gonna use Terry a little bit.
Wait a minute. Can you do that? Is
Yeah.
that allowed?
Remember that big hole that I kept falling into? This castle is what was supposed to be in the big hole.
I thought there were several big holes.
There are
and
several
they were
big
all
holes. This is
mysterious.
one of the big holes. Yeah, I know. Yeah. There's lots of holes here, man. There's lots. Yep.
There's lots of holes in this plot.
Yeah, lots of holes. But hey, we're done. We did it. Christmas.
Yay.
Yeah, Craig died. What a shock. But my local recording looks good. So, hey, we'll get this up. Joe, thank you so much for
Yeah.
helping me.
Thanks for having me on.
I appreciate it. And, good gravy. Almost done with Dragon Quest VI. But, hey, until next time, well... Dragon Quest VI. Giving.mskcc.org. Sorry, giving.mskcc.org. It's great. Yes, thank you. Ghost Noel Industries. Thanks, Joe. Talk to you later.
Bye.
Bye.